Oh hi, this is what a photographer spends most of his time doing, not taking pictures of beautiful models but keeping his studio tidy so that he can take pictures of beautiful models. Most of them seem to lose their hair all over the floor because they all seem to wear hair extensions these days, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, today's all about you learning how to use a photographic studio. Not the complicated 17 different lights and all the different business, but how to do it properly, simply and easily. And today, myself and my assistant will go through most of the things you'll need to know that when you finish the DVD you'll be confident enough to use a studio and to use studio lights and to understand what you're doing and particularly why you're doing it. So, let's begin. Okay, this is a Gemini Spree 500, which is probably one of the most popular lights that you'll find in the studios today. This is the modelling light in the centre, which you use to compose your pictures. This is the flash tube that gives you the actual flash. And you have two controls on the side. One is for the power, that's the power of the flash, and the other one is for the lamp, that's the power of the lamp. Now these are analogue to the extent that they work like a volume control, so you can turn them up independently and you can get your modelling light fully up, but you can leave your flash further down, or you can, as most people do, keep them balanced together. So that's how you control the flash, the power of the flash. Now on the back there's always lots of switches and dials. It's just understanding what they do. There's a plug there, and mostly probably in the studio you'll ignore that because that's for a travel pack, which is a battery pack that you would use with the lights out of doors or on location. But mainly the controls are, your power goes into here, you have a switch which is on, up with the number 1 is on with the mains power. The number 2 switches it on with the battery pack, which is there. So we will always use the top. This is where you plug your remote into so that the flash knows that your camera is synced and firing. And then you have a lamp switch which controls the lamps to be off, on, or to be on and then go off when the flash goes off, so that the light comes back on again after it's recycled, which means that it's recharged itself. Then you have a beep button which allows the flash to beep when it's recycled, so you know you're ready for the next shot. And then you have a cell button, and when that's turned on you have an infrared cell here which picks up another flash. So if you have 3 or 4 flashes, then you don't need to sync them all, they'll all work together by picking up the other flash through their infrared. So that's basically the Gemini Spree. And most analogue flashes are exactly the same. Okay, we've talked about main studio lights and how you would find them. This is more of a light that you would use at home in a home studio. It'd be very good for it as well. So it's the same thing again, it's a flash at the front, the flash tube and a modelling light. There's nothing different there. It's an Enchrome D-Light 4, very nice light. And on the back, the controls, very similar to what we've had before, just displayed differently. You have a modelling light, on, off, and full power. We have a test flashlight which you press. We have the sensor light so that this will sensor other flashes with its sensor here. And then we have a beep so that it knows, so you know when it's recharged. On-off switch obviously, and here is where you plug in your sync cable from your camera. And then the difference with this one is that we set the amount of flash, the power of the flash, with these. So it goes up in tenths, so you have much tighter control, supposedly, than you do with an analogue. So you can set this and then just think you need a little bit more light, and you can just click it 2 tenths, or another 2 tenths, get to 5, 5, 5, 6, and it goes up to 6 on this particular model. So I think that explains all you need to know about the actual flashes themselves, because the point I want to make to you is that it doesn't matter where you go or what flashes you use, they will always have the same controls. Where they are might be different, on the back, on the side, and the way they work might be different, but now you know what they all do and you should be able to use them. So no fear in using the light.